Okay, once again I'm set up for a test. Let's put the power on. Strange. Turn the power on and it dies off. And this was happening. Right. I've got to sort this connection out. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is go over these amplifier pins with a fiberglass pencil, just to remove tarnish from them. As you can see, they were pretty mucky. Difficult to get to the back of the pins because the that preset is in the way. Don't want to push this fiberglass pencil out too far because these things give off fibres. Horrible things they are, but they do the job. And they don't really damage the surface as such. Right, they're shiny now. I'm going to do the same for this side. Usually tarnishing on these doesn't cause like major sort of dropouts like that. Just causes a bit of like popping and crackling. Well, next thing we need to look at is this 2-pin connector. Now it feels really slack, so I think they've opened up now. You might not be able to see in the camera there. Let's just get you up a little bit. Whee. But you can see that, you can just about see there's like little claws there. So what you've basically got to do is you've got to pop that claw down while pulling on the wire. It's a bit of a tricky job again, but you know how every job seems to be tricky. You should be able to get it to pull back out. Yeah, there we go. So there's our connector, and as I say, it's a pretty slack fitting on the. Yeah, that's not a very good fitting at all. So what I'm going to have to do is tweak that in. What I think I'll do to start with is give it a good old fiberglass in. So what I'm doing is just making sure the inner surface that hits the pin is nice and shiny, which it is now. So I'm going to give it a little tiny squeeze with the pliers. And pop it back in. And the next one. Let's have it grab the pin. I'll give it a little touch of deoxit as well while I'm at it. Certainly won't hurt it. Well, that's that bit done. The next thing I'm going to do is just run some fresh solder on all of these pins, because they are subject to quite a lot of stress, although in this case it shouldn't be, because it's not ever been worked on by the looks of it. I'm sure the owner wouldn't be pulling the plugs in and out of it all the time. So just put a dab of flux on there. So all I'm going to do is just reflow them. Don't do this with the pins on either, because you'll melt the plastic. With the connector on. There we go. So a little bit of isopropyl. My isopropyl bottle is getting really low. Let's give that a quick toothbrushing off. Get rid of the flux. Right, let us try again. Bear with me, I'll get it hooked back up and we'll give it another go. Hopefully that's done the job. If not, I've got to look further into the amplifier, which is always a possibility with these. Amplifiers are fiddly on these. Okay, all hooked up, ready to go again. Let's give it another try. Still going. Let's try my other amp back in a minute. Okay, we've got the other amp in. Oh, that's doing the same.
New stuff in the theatre, because you do Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, The Graduate and all of that stuff.
Don't forget Virginia Woolf.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys gave me the Evening Standard Award.
Absolutely. But what about newer stuff? Is there enough new stuff coming out for the theatre?
Yeah, in fact, I had a lovely dinner last night with a playwright who's got some new material I'm considering. And then, of course, I will be in rehearsal to play God.
To play God?
I think it's time, don't you?
Well, you look exactly like she would look.
Well, thank you. Yes, the artistic director of this theater actually called me up and said, we'd like you to be the first female God. And I said, how do you know it's the first?
Yeah, brilliant. I would say that having you on the show a few times, that you're extremely engaging, a lot of stories, a lot of stuff. And I would imagine that this show that you're going to do next year, you can hold an audience, no question about it.
You know what? I love audiences. I love making people laugh. I guess I love their attention.
Yeah.
Heavens to Betsy, would I be in this business if I didn't? I like being with people. That's what comes through.
Yeah, there's a thing in the blurb that...
Right, you know, it does seem that it is that amplifier then, the other one. Let's get it connected back up again. It might just be a dirty pot. I've had that more than once on these. Normally end up changing them, but let's see. Let's get a twiddling screwdriver ready. Go non-metallic. Power.
That's what I meant. Play golf all down on Sunday.
There you go.
Yeah. No, but you can, can't you? Which is great, and I think people relate to that. But sooner or later, do you see yourself maybe?
It's not doing it now.
Oh, I don't know. It has to be an awfully interesting man to. I'll tell you what I truly.
Yeah, it's that one, I think. Let's just give them both a little squirt.
Watch.
That's right, geezer.
Yeah, and then I go back home and people go, oh, you were in England again, weren't you? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're back in England next year for your show Finding My Voice. It runs at the Other Palace Theatre, London, from April 17th to May 6th, 2018. And then we're on to 8th of May, Salford Quays
That
Theatre.
sounds better.
9th of May, Bury St Edmunds, the Apex. 11th of May, Horsham Capitol. 12th of May, Colchester Mercury. 13th of May, Worthing Theatre. 14th of May, Glasgow Citizens Theatre. So that's all in 2018. As at time of record, America, you're going
I have to go play God, yeah.
Excellent. It's great to see you again.
Yeah.
What are you doing for?
No. What is it?
I don't know if you could take it. The baby. I just brother is it on the front. When I get like this, I can't be around you. I'm too to dim down a notch. Cause I can make the things that I'm gonna do. What? Wow. When I'm with you. I wish like
Ha! I just wonder if it's a headphone socket, but
very carefully.
Thank you, Doctor.
dodgy headphone switch.
Radio 4 adaptation of Rendezvous with Rama, and for the very keen-eared there, it's proof of the this from the 2017 is a Gales average 3-inch yes, that was and yes, while in
gotta love these headphone sockets. Right, he's gonna have to come out. Just when you thought it was over. Okay, this is an unusual headphone socket. Saying that I've never took one out of one of these before, but basically this looks like this aluminium or steel piece here holds it in and pushes the legs, stops it pinging back in. So basically, again, I've never done one of these, so it's all new to me as well. It looks like these side pieces just push in, hopefully. So that's the plan. That's the plan, Stan. Okay, let's get this ferrite rod area out of the way. End up cracking that then, which we don't want. Because that is a big ferrite area. It's probably going to be easier to squeeze squeeze it and pull it from the back. The thing is, really, you've got to squeeze all 4 sections at the same time. He's coming. There he is. Tricky little sod. Now, I've got a horrible feeling that we can't physically get this type apart. Looks like it's a sealed unit. So cool. Look and see what type this one's got. My spare chassis, that's the same one. Yeah. Wow. You never know. I think possibly the only option then is to just get a stereo or get a mono plug and just work it in and out of there with a bit of deoxit, try and clean the contacts. Right, well, I've got an old mono plug here on a test lead that I've made up. I don't know what I made it up for, but let's give it a good old squirt of deoxit, mostly over my hands. Yeah, I thought it was the same type as this fitted to some of the other Hackers and the Roberts. Okay.
I refer to my previous statement under Rule 22.
That seems to have done the job. I plug the plug lead in. Unplug it.
The answer was when he was asked. He replied, bubbly, a little way.
Parliament had silence as a mark of respect for the former Bosnian Croat general who took his life at the International Court yesterday. The Prime Minister dismissed the year sentence is Slobodan Praljak, deep moral. NHS England says it won't have enough money in future to ensure that it can go on providing all its present services. It has also warned that waiting times may lengthen.
Well, I would have thought there's a way that comes apart, but I don't know.
The Competition Authority says there's a gap of £1 billion between the and the available funding. The charity system is broken.
There we go. Job done. Another job done.